can get all of your internet marketing questions answered.
Hello, everybody. It's glad to have you on here, live or, well, in the recording. Today's topic, as I announced it in the email, is a quick one. First on, what's new. Just quickly going to share what's happening here, and that's not going to take long. But then we're going to move on into cross integration. Actually, also something I've been working on the last couple of days and weeks a lot. I mean, actually, I've been working on it for many, many years, but I just started again to focus a bit more on that in what I'm doing now. Let me just quickly pause myself here on this other screen, so no echo. And then let's get started. Cool. And let's see, have this one open too. So I see questions. By the way, if you want to ask questions during any of this, if I'm in the middle of something, I might just finish it quickly, but I'll answer your question. Just simply put them in the chat box on this side or below, depending on where you are right now. There might be on the side here or below a chat box that you can put your questions in there, or your feedback or your comments. You can chat with each other, obviously. And get this a bit more active out there. So we have some more content that actually is, answering these things that you are wondering about. And maybe you're coming here because you wanted to hear about cross-integration and what's happening, what's new. But I'm sure you have specific questions also of your own, and I'm always looking forward to answer those as well. So let's get started here. Now, first thing, like my newscast, I got my little piece of paper with my notes here. First thing I wanted to quickly mention is this thing that I mentioned in the last Marketing Meetup. Remember, I was talking there about finishing up the update for ActivateMailResponder Pro, our autoresponder system, the self-hosted version of an autoresponder that I had for many, many years, actually. We just finished the update, as I mentioned in the last Marketing Meetup. It has been released in earlier in October. I think in the first or second week of October, released it. I didn't officially really send a big mailing out to anybody or to everybody to announce the latest version and also the price decrease that I promised back then. All happened. It's all there. It's all available at mailresponderpro.com. Just in case you're wondering if that's something that you like to use instead of paying autoresponder services like Aweber or GetResponse, a monthly fee. That's a way to go if you want to self-host. Basically have your own autoresponder on your own web server that you're renting somewhere or that you own, and run it that way, and save on the long run and costs. Just another option. I personally do, by the way, I personally do both. I have a GetResponse account that I use, plus I self-host. It's just basically like a backup for both. So, if I have issues with one side, I can always use the other side, etc. Plus, usually I actually mail out from both ends. I end up mailing out with my own self-hosted autoresponder, and I mail out with GetResponse. So just to be in the safe side that somebody gets my messages. Now, so that's one thing I wanted to quickly mention. Another thing I wanted to let you guys know about, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't really prepared now for this. I wanted to show you something quickly. We have started working on the 3.0 version of Viral URL. I know Viral URL has been around for now quite a long time, and we started on, was it October in 2007 is when we first released that site. And it went through phases of growth, right? I mean, we started out really simple, then we grew and grew from there, and we changed what we're offering there. I mean, in the beginning, it was very simple and became more and more, I suppose, complex, which is not necessarily a good thing. We're offering more things to you guys out there, but that doesn't mean necessarily that more is always better. It can be more confusing also. Of course, that's something we have to combat a little bit by, providing training. And well, that's one reason also why I'm doing the Marketing Meetup. So if you guys have questions specifically to that site or any other sites that I own or that I run with partners together, then just let me know and I can answer them right here. Just a quick look in my chat bar just to make sure that I don't miss anything. Nope, all quiet as usual. You guys have to ask more questions. Anyway, I keep saying that, I think, every single time. Now, okay, 3.0. You know what? Instead of me talking about it and explaining what it's going to be like or what we're working on, let me just give you a quick look. And those of you that are members already of our of Mad Koshko's Darren Orlanders on my Jolo site, jolo.com, that one already has basically the 3.0 look in it. So basically what I'm referring to is the look and feel, how things work on the back end in the members area to make it easier for you guys again. I remember when we went from value 1.0 to 2.0, we thought it was a massive improvement, but I think we ended up slightly confusing some people with the amount of added features, and also the, if I'm honest with myself, the little bit jam-packed members area. It is a bit overcrowded. It is a bit, I think, overwhelming to somebody looking the first time at it. Once you get used to everything, and for us, obviously, it was easy. We developed it, so we were used to everything. And for us, it was super easy and an improvement. For somebody starting out brand new and coming in, they might have like, there's a lot going on here. Where do I start? And now with 3.0, we are trying to address that. We're trying to make it cleaner, easier to navigate, looks better, and also obviously again improving the system itself, so making it better and giving it better results and easier to use. Basically, that's the whole thing. And now, instead of me like talking forever here, let me just quickly switch over to my screen share. Here we go. Where do we go? Let's go to this screen here. Yes, let's share that one. And I probably, actually, you know what? Okay, let me actually probably make it a bit smaller. You know, never mind. Let's just leave it like this for now. Let's actually go over, open a new browser tab, and let's log in url.com and into the 3.0 internal preview. So, and just so you have an idea how it looked like before, or how it looks like right now, let me just open up another tab here with the current view. That's how it currently looks like, at least in my account. There's certain things you can switch around. Like, for example, if you want to have the stats here, I think by default, actually, this is the view you get by default if you're getting into via URL. And right now here, I'm logged into my own account. And as you see, we had this big getting started section. And then there was this section underneath here with all the statistical information, all the stats and links to direct, to the different sections. And we thought we made it that way easier for you guys to navigate the system. And what we actually found out that was that, number one, the getting started steps on top here seem to make people feel like that would be something that they have to do in order to use our system, which was not the case. So we started to, changing our wording on here, like optional steps, etc., just to. Our thought behind the getting started step originally was simply to provide a way for somebody coming into the site the first time to take them by the hand and show them the different aspects of the site. And we connected that with a kind of a game or a contest kind of thing, that when you finish the first 9 steps, that you would get a reward. And now what the result of this seems to have been was that people thought that they have to finish the 9 steps, they have to get the reward. And if they don't, and they don't get there fast enough, they get discouraged, etc. So that was something that we noticed happening. What was actually not our intention. Our intention when we originally created this here, this admin or this members area actually, was to kind of take them by the hand, show them different steps, give them quick access to all the kind of information that they might want to have on a dashboard kind of view. And what we realized afterwards was that the side effect was, like I said, that it caused an overwhelm. And that's why I get to circle back to the point that I said originally, more is not necessarily always better, right? I mean, there's more information on the screen, but especially for you now, you're looking at this rather small. You probably can't read a lot of things because of the screen size that you're having right now. So for you, it's more like an overwhelm. Like, what's all of this? Like all the steps here on top, and actually these 10, 11, and the back piece here, the last 3 steps here that you see here on my screen. A regular member wouldn't see them. They would only see the first up to this point, like step 1 to 9, and then 3K reward. And only once they got the 3K reward, then the second 3K reward would unlock. And then once that's done, then another one would unlock. So in the end, there would be like another 2 steps here in the back, as it goes through the process. But as I said, thought of as a way to help, ended up us realizing that it kind of confused a bunch of people. Not all of them, but some. So now with the 3.0 look, and let me just switch back there. Here in the middle, you still see like the dashboard like I saw it before on the other screen. And actually, let me go back. There we go. So that's the way it was on the other screen as well. This part will be completely overworked. So what I've been working on so far is basically the top area here, the navigation, then the site navigation, and we're trying to make it now look a lot more cleaner. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff on here that's not yet finished. Menus not really integrated here, but that's kind of like giving you an idea of the basic look. Or if somebody looked at the video tutorial video, it opens like this, etc. So that's like, or changing stuff like, if somebody likes pink better, they can go to pink if they want to. I don't know, I like blue better. So it's a lot of things in here that just to make the experience neat and clean, with mails being shown right here at the top. And again, this is just an example in here right now. And other notifications, instead of having those pop-ups that we used to give before, where there was like a pop-up happening and telling them like, oh, here, this is what you should do next. What we heard from people also, that these kind of, hover overs or pop-ups kind of annoyed people. They didn't like them. So we kind of have like more like a notification area up here where they can click on if they want to see the notifications, right? Instead of forcing them onto the screen for people. So a lot of things that make the system cleaner. And then obviously, like I said, the middle section here will be completely changed. Let me see if I have another page on here that I could show that's also needs to be still finished, like the links lists here. Obviously, the whole middle area here, this section in the middle will be still need to be redone. But as you can see, it's going to be a cleaner, bigger look. Also, it's going to be mobile responsive. So the whole site will be, you will be able to use the site inside a mobile device, inside an iPhone, iPad, Android, any kind of mobile phone or tablet. Where the original or the current version that you see here simply was not meant for that. It was like forced on a width of 1,000 pixels here, for example, which doesn't display nicely in an iPhone or on a tablet. I mean, tablet, yeah, works there. I mean, but especially iPhones and Androids, etc. We had the issue of it not being nicely to use, right? So we're switching now to something that's more modern, that's cleaner looking, that's going to be easier to navigate. Again, as I said, a lot of this content in the middle hasn't been done yet. It needs to be completely redone. There will be a lot easier way to search, for example, within your links, etc. like this. So a lot of work still needs to be done, but I think it's going to be worth it once the 3.0 version is ready. It's going to make your life using the system a lot easier. And yeah, I'm excited to get it done. I mean, even for myself, to use it myself. Now, so that's now to the 3.0 viral URL news that I want to quickly share with you. Let me just switch the screen share off if I can. Here we go. So, okay, so that's that part. And let's move on to, just quickly see where I am here. Oh, good. Yeah. So let's move on to the next piece of little bit of news that I wanted to share with you guys. And that was that we are actually working right now and have already partially implemented lifetime options for a lot of the sites where we didn't have them yet. If you have been with Viral URL for a while, you might know that we do offer like lifetime accounts with Viral URL. We actually originally, when we launched the site, we started out with lifetime gold upgrades because at the time, membership size was still small. So as an incentive to join and upgrade back then, we started off by offering first lifetime accounts. And once we reached a certain size, we switched over to the annual model. And by the way, a little tip for you guys out there doing your own sites. What we noticed switching from a lifetime model for X dollars to the annual model for the same amount of dollars back then, was that actually the conversion, you would have thought maybe that lifetime would convert better, but we ended up seeing that there was actually no difference in the conversion rates on the site. The conversion from free to upgraded was still exactly the same. So an annual model actually does not hurt you, but there are always people that are looking for a lifetime kind of option. They don't want to pay annual, they don't want to pay monthly, whatever like this. They want to be pay once and be done with it, and then have lifetime access to any given system. So if you're not yet offering a lifetime option, consider it. I mean, and from the business owner's point of view, if you're doing the lifetime route, you simply look at it this way. You can look at your stats of your previous annual or monthly account sales, and you get the average value per customer. You find out the average customer stays upgraded for X number of years or X number of months. And then based on that, you can offer a lifetime option that would basically bump that slightly up, or bump it up by whatever amount you seem fit. And then let's say, for example, that you notice that the average annual customer pays for 2 years and then not pays anymore, then leaves. Or that the average monthly customer stays for 2 years or 6 months or whatever it is, right? And then they leave. Now, if you add up what you earned from that customer over that time period and increase the price just a little bit over that and offer that as an annual package, you basically increase the customer value per customer by that amount that you increase that average dollar amount. So now if you offer, for example, ValueL offers the lifetime option on the one-time offer when people sign up first for $497 one time, which equals basically 2.5 years of paying the annual fee. So if somebody stays 2 years, and now we charge on average, some people stay longer, some less, obviously, right? But now if you offer it for, let's say, 2.5 years, like we do, the cost of 2.5 years annual as a lifetime option, some people will upgrade to lifetime. Now you might say, well, those are probably those people that would have stayed more than 2.5 years. Yes, maybe, maybe not. You don't know. They might have stayed longer. The intention was for sure to stay longer. If they would have, you don't know at this point, right? So, but by offering that, those that maybe would have said no to an annual option because they do not want to pay annually or monthly, they want to pay lifetime only, they have an option whereby you don't necessarily discount your service too much, but you still have the option now to, for example, offer an annual, a monthly, a manual, and a lifetime all in once, all three options. Give them the choice to pick what's right for them. And basically what we're doing now is to add those lifetime options also to our other sites like Viral Inbox and Viral Hosts. We already added it to our German version of ValueL, viralul.de. That one actually has already the lifetime option, or it didn't have it from the first couple of years. And we just added it now last month. And so that's one of the other news bits I wanted to share with you guys. And Viral Inbox, we already integrated the lifetime options, but I let you know right away, I have not yet finished with integrating the commission structure for that. So if you plan to promote Viral Inbox for the purpose of selling lifetime, wait a little bit. It should be done in the next couple of days. And then the commission structure will be integrated in Viral Inbox as well, so you earn on those lifetime sales. Right now, it's not yet integrated. The lifetime option is available in Viral Inbox. From the point of view from the customer, it's ready. From the point of view of the affiliate promoting it, not quite yet. Just give me a few more days, and then hopefully we'll be done as well. So that's the one. And then ValueL, Viral Inbox, ValueL.de, and then Viral Hosts is going to be next one, where I'll tackle that to add that as well. Now with hosting, obviously, it's a little bit tricky there. Providing that kind of hosting for lifetime, there's cost involved, right? Same with Viral Inbox, by the way, there's cost involved. So we'll have, the pricing is adjusted, the commissions are adjusted to fit the actual costs that we are having on those sites to run them. Now, in Viral PLR, for example, by the way, that's another site I co-own, by the way, in this case, not together with Colin. Colin, I'm doing ValueL, Viral Inbox, and Viral Hosts. With Aurelius, I'm running together Viral PLR, so many viral sites. And then with Darren and Matt, like I mentioned before, I do Jolo. In Jolo, we don't have a lifetime option yet. I do not know if it will happen. I would have to talk with Matt and Darren about that one first. With Vile PLR, their lifetime options is there. With Vile URL has already been there for a long time. Vile Inbox kind of there now, to buy yet, to earn not yet. And Vile Host will come next. So we'll add this to all our sites because it just simply makes sense. And if you run a site that doesn't offer a lifetime option yet, consider doing it. On the other hand, if you have a site that currently only offers lifetime, as an option to upgrade, seriously consider adding an annual or monthly option as well. Personally, I feel nowadays more like monthly is actually better than annual, for the reason that there are cases where your customers, within that 1 year gap between payment and the next payment, they might actually forget that the next payment is due. And service providers like PayPal, for example, do not remind them of these upcoming payments coming in. So it's up to you or your system to notify them. And a lot of people, a lot of systems are not ready for that. We built this into our site that we send a reminder email out a few weeks before the renewal comes, so people can cancel if they need to. I mean, it's always better to let them cancel ahead of time and be happy versus then getting charged again and they're like, oh my God, why am I getting charged? I did not authorize this. We still get this every now and then, obviously, yes. Some people do not see that email that we notify them with, etc. And they simply forgot that there's a subscription that they signed up with a year ago. So that's one reason why I personally think monthly is probably even better, because at least people do not forget, or most people don't forget. I mean, some people do, but most people don't forget that they have a monthly subscription because it comes every single month. And that way you'll have less trouble with people that forgot about it and then are upset that they get charged again. Upset. And it does happen. I mean, it's business. It happens everywhere. And it's okay as long as you then be, do the right thing and refund them right away. If they say, oh, I did not want to pay for the second year or third or fourth or whatever it is, no problem. 30 days money back guarantee. You get your full money back. Anything that was paid within the last 30 days, that's our policy. Anything that was paid within the last 30 days, we refund no matter what. We, of course, try to see if we can help them other ways. I mean, don't just give up and say, hey, refund right away. You can talk with them, say, hey, listen, this is something that we did wrong that we can make better, anything, or try things to save the sale, like offer them something in addition. Hey, how about I give you this and this in addition? Would you consider staying? And if they say no, no problem. I mean, the refund was requested on day X. If that was within 30 days, no matter, even if we're trying to a couple of weeks to talk back and forth to figure out what to do, if they asked on time, they get the refund, even if we're past the 30 days. As long as they ask within the 30 days, no problem at all. And if you're running your business ethically and do these kind of things, then you shouldn't run into problems as well. And at some point, when we did not do yet the email follow-ups with the annual recurring billing that would come in soon, at that point, before we did that, we actually had PayPal call me once on the phone and say, listen, Frank, we noticed that your refund rate went over 5%. And 5% is kind of PayPal's, I mean, below 4%, they consider a refund rate as okay, PayPal does. If you get to 5%, then they start getting concerned, and then they contact you. And if you get to the point where it gets to, I think, what did he say? I think he said 10%. It's where they're no more. You're out. Definitely, no chance. But if you're like, we were slightly above 5%. So I had a talk with him, and I said to him, listen, I challenged them, saying, hey, PayPal, can you maybe follow up with them? The ones that are, when the next billing is due. Just send them a message, hey, we're going to charge you again in a week or tomorrow or something. If you do not want them, cancel please now. They could do that technically, right? They said it's not their job. That's something the merchant has to do. Okay, so we did. So I said, like, okay, no problem. We'll program that in. We add that to our system and we follow up. So that's the reason why annual is a bit, iffy if you don't have the system in place to follow up with them. I mean, if you have just a few annual members and you just email them manually, even you put yourself a reminder up, a week before the renewal of each one is done, you just, your calendar pops up and says, hey, email so-and-so, and then check with them that they're all good, just reminding them of their renewal. depending on the number of customers they had. With us, it was a bit of too much to do that with every single one. So we automated the process. But yeah, that's basically to that topic of lifetime and annual and monthly. If you don't do either of them, do them. Start doing them, offer them as well, because I know that it will increase your revenue in the end. So it will help you with your business no matter what you do. If you have already your own products and services that you're offering. If you don't, if you're still just an affiliate marketer, then hey, how can you offer a product or service of your own? Always keep thinking that one, because in the end, your business grows or can grow a lot faster if you, sorry, missing my shoe here. If you're, man, sidetrack. So, but your business can grow, get back to topic, your business can grow a lot faster if you also have something of your own that you can offer, because only then you can go into areas of, marketing, like having an affiliate program, having affiliates promote you, having JV partners, and then benefiting from the next point, or one after the next point, that is about cross integration. If you want to do cross integration, you need to own a web asset. What's a web asset? A website. A website where you offer something. I mean, yes, you could have a website offering affiliate products of other sites, where you just have, for example, your blog that talks about the topic on the area that you want to focus in, and then you send them over with affiliate links to other sites to make sales and turn the traffic into money. But long run, it's always you want to have your own products. Even if you look at people like super affiliate, even Chia from Singapore, shout out if you ever watch this. He's known as the super affiliate. Can create massive sales for any site that he focuses on, that he sends traffic to, that he's promoting as an affiliate, right? And usually he's a JV partner in a way, because of the results he can dictate better deals, basically, from the site owners. Now, even him, known for that, he sells his own products. Or I'm trying to remember her name, Rosalind Gardner, I think is her name. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. But she's also known as a super affiliate. And she started out by doing tons of sales as an affiliate, earning lots of money as an affiliate. But then eventually she started selling a product. In her case, was a product on how to become a super affiliate. And she was teaching what she was doing. So, but then she went from the point of selling and promoting only other people's products to the point where she can actually, build her own business and get her own JV partners and her own affiliates and grow a lot faster than you could on your own. I mean, the fact is, you and I, when we build our online business, we have 24 hours a day only, and then that's it. And probably gonna sleep and eat a little bit in between. So maybe make that 12 hours a day that you're working. For me, it's about 12 to 14 hours a day that I'm sitting here in front of the computer, minus breaks maybe, but maybe 10 to 12 hours that I'm actually in front of the computer, that I do every day. And weekends a little bit less, but close to it, like maybe 8 hours a day on the weekend. And I do that all the time. People might say like, oh my God, that's worse than a job. And time-wise, it might be. But on the other hand, I enjoy doing this here. I mean, I'm by nature, I'm well, besides being a kid at heart, I'm a programmer at heart, right? But so besides playing games, I also like to program. So I'm always in front of my computer. So I enjoy doing this anyway. It's not like I'm standing or sitting in my little cubicle in an office and I'm like, oh, when is the day gonna be over? When can I get home? I'm not like this, exhausted, tired looking. And well, hopefully I'll never ever again get there. And I kind of doubt it. I think I'm ruined for a job to some degree by now. But yeah, I mean, that's where you want to go, get your own product. So now the last bit of news, kind of going into the cross integration already, is about the bonuses that we just released. You might have noticed the last couple of days that I sent a couple of emails out, and oh man, did I get in trouble with 2 of them. I sent some emails out announcing bonuses that I we're able to basically to get from partners or JV partners that I talk with, said like, hey, okay, what can you give more to my members? And we were doing cross integration, meaning I promote them, they promote us. And so I was saying like, so what is it that you can provide us with as a bonus so that we can have something that we can give for free to our members to make it more attractive for them for checking you guys out, for getting a free account with you guys, not even paying for anything, just getting a free account, get a bonus. A lot of people appreciate that, to get something extra that you usually don't get, right? So what I did there is like we did a whole bunch of deals with several people where we said, okay, we help promote you, you help promote us. What kind of bonus can you provide? And we provided them with a bonus that they can pass on to their members for our services, even if they join for free only on our sites. Obviously, we made it interesting to upgrade, because in the end, we all make money when we make sales, right? So what I usually do when I provide a bonus in cross-integration for another site owner is that I say, listen, here, this is a coupon code that I can use. It will get them this kind of bonus if they just become a free member of our site. That's all I need to do. Sign up for free, get this bonus in addition that regular free members don't get. So it's already a better deal. They have a competitive advantage in front of other affiliates that way, and it makes it a little bit easier for them. By the way, anybody who has their own real estate and wants to do cross promotion with me like that, just let me know. I'm open to that. I have to be asked, obviously, and I have to see what kind of real estate you have there. I mean, size-wise, etc. But don't worry if you're still starting out or smaller. We can do something. We can figure something out that works for both sides. And that's what I did in this particular case. Those sites were not necessarily large sites. Some of them had only like 5,000 members. Others had, one of them had actually less than 1,000 members so far. But they're growing, they're getting new members. So I thought, well, why not? Every little bit counts. I help them, they help me, we're both happy. And for the members on both sides, they get extra free bonuses that they wouldn't get otherwise. So a win, win, win. So great for everybody, right? Now, where I get a little bit into, let's say, into deep water and trouble was the way I emailed my lists. I used when I wrote them, actually, what inspired me when I wrote the email message was verses that I remember reading in the Bible. And I'm like, now we can get it. Politics, religion, and, well, weather is safe, but talking about politics or religion can always be tricky. You always offend somebody. And I forgot to mention like a little bit, oh, please don't be offended in there. And I just straight out said like, verse, here we go. And I quoted, for example, Matthew 7, chapter 7, whatever, 7:7. See, I don't even know how to say it properly, but I do go to church. It's not just that, like some people accuse me that I used the name of the Lord in vain. No, I did not try to do that at all. I seriously remembered those, phrases in this section from the Bible, from reading them, and shared them because they kind of applied to the section. So Matthew 7:7 is all about ask and you shall receive, right? So it's all about asking for something and then you get something. Now, maybe people took it wrong and thought like, I'm asking for money and I'm using the God to no, I was giving them something for free. And if they read the email, they would have seen that it was about, I asked those people, those partners and JV partners of mine for giving a bonus, and I received the bonus and then was able to pass it on to you guys. That's the whole thing behind it. There was nothing deeper thought about it. Just like, hey, I am asking, and I recommend you, if you want to do a cross promotion, you just ask. Maybe they say no, nothing hurt, nothing gained, nothing lost. But if you don't ask, you can't receive. Same thing. That's basically what it was. In the second email, I was going into Luke 6:38, and that one is all about give and you shall receive. It's the other way around, right? I mean, you're giving something, and then in return or like the secret, like the bigger plan, actually secret is more about, I think it's not about, it's like, hoping and wishing and then it comes. But anyway, so no, the Bible verse like Luke is about, basically you give out first without expectation, but you will receive back multiple. That's the promise behind it, or that's the idea behind it from the Bible verse. And does it happen? Well, if you believe in God, and if you believe in the Bible, then you believe that will happen, right? But obviously some people do not. They are not Christian, which is okay. And by the way, and that's something I should have mentioned in my email, at least, kind of like, hey, not Christian, don't worry about it, I'm easy on that stuff. I'm not like, if you're not Christian, I'm not going to do business with you. I'm like, hey, if you're a Muslim, if you are a Hindi, if you're a Buddhist, if you're an atheist, whatever. I mean, your personal opinion, I'm not going to force my Christianity on you. Yes, they say in the Bible, spread out and, multiply kind of thingy and share the good news with everybody. And maybe that's a little bit of a back thought that I also had when I used those verses in the email, just like, let them know that I'm Christian. Can't hurt. Maybe somebody, the idea behind it is always, if you share the news about being a Christian and you share the news about being to believe in the good message out there, then that people will see what you got, how you like, you're a likable person, then they will probably would be interested in that faith as well. That's the hope behind it. Will it happen always? No, of course not. I mean, and that's fine. And if somebody says like, listen, I'm Jewish. That's one email I got. I'm Jewish. I have to unsubscribe. Actually, no, she didn't say I have to unsubscribe. She said like, I'm not anymore into internet marketing. Plus, I'm Jewish. So, okay, it's no problem. I mean, so what I did now, I toned down those emails, and that's something maybe you keep in mind too if you're going too controversial in one direction. Maybe to have a little escape phrase in front of that, like, hey, don't be offended, or hey, just I don't care, whatever, not care doesn't sound good, but it's fine with me, whatever faith you have. I am this faith or this belief, just letting you know, up to you. I mean, and I like this verse because of this and this. Maybe I should have explained it a bit better in those emails, so why I put them in there. And maybe I took it for granted that people would understand the connection. So careful. But on the other hand, if you think about it, that's another topic in itself, by the way. If you communicate with your list of your subscribers, of your customers, subscribers, or affiliates, etc., whatever, then it is good to be not neutral in everything. If you're neutral in everything and you're like, yeah, everything is neutral, I'm not going to take opinions. I'm not going to say this is good or this is bad, or I like this or I don't like that. If you're neutral, you're sorry, but you're boring. I don't know if you guys know Howard Stern from the United States. He is extremely not neutral. He has an opinion on everything, and a strong opinion, and he shares this in his show all the time. And 50% of the people love him, and 50% of the people hate him, but 100% of the people watch him. And he has the attention of all of them. So being neutral is the worst thing you can do for retaining the attention of your list. I lost a couple people now with their 2 mailings due to unsubscribes, but that is okay. I mean, and basically when they emailed me and said like, we're upset about it. First I was a little bit like, didn't understand it. But then I was like, you know what? I apologize if I upset you. I just wrote the message because I was inspired to write it that way. And maybe I should have explained better, put some disclaimers before, which I did now in the autoresponder. I mean, if you have an opinion, share it. If you have a life, share it as much as you can. My wife does not like me sharing personal facts too much. I have a wife and 1 child. That's about how far I can go. So she's a bit media shy, let's say like this. My son, not so much. He's all over Facebook. My wife doesn't even have a Facebook account yet. And she insists of never getting a Facebook account. Up to her, fine. And then she asked me if she can check in on my son every now and then, but different topic. So and in our church, by the way, everybody tries to convince her to get a Facebook account, but different topic. So, but anyway, to get back to the cross integration part. So if you're doing this kind of things, just be aware, when you do these mailings, that you're maybe tone it down a little bit. That's the lesson I learned. Tone it down a little bit, explain it a little bit better, put a disclaimer in there. If I go into a controversial topic area, even if it's something I believe in, it might upset others, right? I mean, if you say, and this is, by the way, not my opinion, this particular marketing technique sucks. Whoever teaches this particular marketing technique is a charlatan. He's just trying to cheat his customers. Blah, 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 blah. So if I go like this about like a particular technique or a particular other marketer right out there, that would be controversial, right? I mean, maybe I'm right. Maybe it's just my opinion. You know, right? I mean, there's always two sides to the coin, two sides to the thing. But would it be more interesting? Would people be more interested to read that? Probably. It's like the gossip columns, you know. In why do people read, you know, this kind of magazines that talk about whatever, you know, celebrity gossip or whatever, that kind of things? Because they're just interested to see, you know, it's interesting. It's where it's like, well, today nothing happened. Yesterday nothing happened. It was a normal day. Boring. Nobody wants to hear that, right? You know, you want to hear controversial stuff. You want to hear exciting things, news, opinions, you know, and yeah, taking a stand. That's what attracts the bigger amount of listeners out there. And if it's about us building a relationship with our mailing list out there, we need to have an opinion. Maybe be more careful with it, but well, just sharing that with you. You make up your own mind. Would you want to do that? Would you want to share what your faith direction is, what you're doing, what your opinions are with your list? I think to some degree it's important to do it. You know, you don't want to be totally boring, like I said. Okay, so now regarding cross integrations and what's possible, and I'm like looking frantically around to find a piece of paper that I had before. Here we go. My little notes are all over the place here. Let me just quickly have a look if there's anything in the chat, and anything is quiet, which is survivable, but it would be nice if there were people to chat with me. I don't want to be alone. Just kidding. I see Antoine Joseph was online here before. Yeah, no, he's online before. Was online before. So he shout out to him if you see the recording. He's, by the way, one of the people that I did cross integration with. And so what methods of cross integration are there, and what kind of methods should you or could you do with other site owners, and bigger, smaller? By the way, don't necessarily look only for same size. Yes, same size other sites are the easiest to do it with, because there's no fear of over-delivering or under-delivering, you know, from one side or the other. But doing these kind of things with a smaller, same size site, you know, that has a similar size like yours or same size like yours, is easier, true. But don't completely disregard the really big guys, you know, because they'll never do a joint venture with me or cross promotion with me. Don't discount it. Some won't, some will not. So no. So what? You move on. You just try it. Some will. And there are ways that I'm going to show you or talk to you about in a minute that allow you as a big site owner to do cross promotion with the small site owners. So things that I did that allow these kind of things. Now, and without the fear of them delivering less value to you than you deliver to them, or other way around, you know, the fear of you not being able to deliver the same value to them that they provide you with. Don't worry about it, all possible. And it's getting really dark out here. There seems to be like a cloud coming up. Let me just, never mind. You know what, hope you can see me. I was about to see if I can turn the lights on, but yeah, it's okay. So what are those methods? I mean, I have a little bit of a little messy cheat sheet here that I used the last couple of days. And let me just go through the methods that I used, and not all of them will be applicable to you in your particular sites, but some will, some won't. Now, one thing, like I mentioned before, the exchange of coupon codes or claim codes, or what do you call them? Promo codes, some sites call them. So basically, you set something up where the other sites get a special deal. And by the way, it doesn't have to be just the code. Maybe you have a special page for the cross-promotion partner that they can promote specifically, which gives a discount, for example, on the membership level, like giving them the ability to offer your product at a lower rate than it's usually offered at. Another option that is doable in a cross-promotion, right? So you have something, hey, this site is really great. They offer this and this and this. And if you upgrade, we actually have here the ability to give you pass a discount onto you specifically. If you go directly to the site, you won't see that. But here, through us, through the deal we was able to do with that particular site, we can pass it on to you, that kind of thing. So adding bonus, exchanging a bonus, a discount, something like that is one option. And then obviously what you're going to do with that, you can mail your own list about it, your existing members doing a broadcast. You can add that kind of deal in an email to an autoresponder follow-up sequence that you mail out. That's two simple ways to do it. You can, of course, add the information about that specific deal or bonus or discount in your members area, maybe in a bonus section for your own members, or you make a specific special page where you give them other things, recommended services or bonus section, this kind of thing. Then what's another option? You can, if you have a downline builder in your site, for example, integrated, you could add each other to your to your own downline builders that you have in your system. Then and basically allow your members to input their own affiliate ID for that particular other program. So you help your members build their referrals with the other side. And since you're both doing it, both integration partners, cross integration partners, you're helping each other and each other's members that way. Then you could do something like adding it on a banner, like a banner to your homepage. I mean, I'm not talking about the sign up page, but I'm talking in the members area homepage, the dashboard, right? The page that most people see when they log into your members area. And now I'm talking a lot about members area here, but don't get it wrong. You can do this also with a single sales page where there is no members area per se, but you can still offer like a discount to that product. And obviously you don't have a members area to display this, so you would use methods like emailing your customer list about the discount, etc., that you were able, or the bonus you were able to deal out with your cross integration partner. Now, what else can you do? You can add it to your banner rotations. If you have a rotational system, like a lot of traffic exchanges could add it into their traffic exchanges, into their banner and text ad exchanges, that kind of thing. We, for example, on our sites have something what we call the guaranteed visitor system that we usually just sell. And then obviously us as owners, we can add, pages into the rotation there that members see when they serve for credits, etc., like that. So that's a system similar to the traffic exchanges, basically, that we have built into our sites where we use that. Then think about things like the logout page of your members area or of your site that you have. What do they see after the logout? That could be now directly the site of one partner, or you rotate different pages from different exchanges that you did with different cross integration partners. Similarly, on the login page under the login box, what are you showing there? Is there something else you show? Then also let me see what's the other one. Log out, login. Can't think of it right now. Oh, yeah, right. If you have, for example, a mailer site, like a viral mailer kind of site, what we're doing there, after they took the action that they do regularly in your members area, for example, after they send out a mailing, we show them other recommended mailers in there. And then if we do a cross promotion or cross integration with another mailer site, we might add them to that section, where we show the different mailers that we recommend based on the Alexa ranking, ordered basically by amount of traffic that they're getting according to Alexa. Speaking of Alexa, by the way, when you're doing the initial research, if somebody approaches you or you want to approach somebody to do a cross promotion, Alexa.com is still a really, really useful tool there. They used to be a lot better, to be honest, before they recognized that they could sell some of their information and upgrade the membership. But their free membership account that they give still gives you the ability to at least compare sites based on the last few months of traffic data. And yes, it is not 100% accurate because not everybody has an Alexa bar on their computers, and that's basically how they collect their data, who gets where. But it gives you a good hint in terms of who's getting more traffic than another. It's not 100% accurate, but the lower the Alexa rank, the more traffic they're most likely are getting and the more action they're getting. And so if you're doing an exchange with somebody who is, for example, a bigger site, right? A site that has more traffic, that has a lower Alexa, right? And where maybe they when they display the number of members they have, for example, on our sites, we often show that in the headline actually of our sign up page, where we say X number of members right now. That's a live number that updates all the time. So if you know the number of members and they obviously have more members, then most likely they're able to also generate more traffic and help you more, basically growing your own site in a cross integration attempt. So now what you can do when you want to approach somebody is you go to Alexa, you compare your site with their site inside Alexa, see what the traffic ranking is, or multiple sites at once. You can do that there, and then you see which one gets more traffic. And then based on that, if you see that you are basically not able to generate as much traffic for them that they're for you, or it seems like that at least, then you simply use more integration methods, integrating them deeper in your site than they integrate you in their sites. They use maybe 1 or 2 methods. You use all of them. In that way, it might still not be, it still might be a lopsided deal, but it's probably be easier for them or to commit that way. Plus, what I do is, from my point of view now, doing this kind of deal with a small site, as long as they do send me something over time, there's constantly members coming from them, and I grow my site through them, maybe not as massively as they grow through me, but as long as something is coming all the time, I leave my integration as it is. Now, I'm fine with that. Maybe if I did a little bit too much to start with, maybe I dial it down after a while and say, well, I did like 3 methods and really I do so much more. I send them so much more than they send me. Maybe after a couple months or so, I might, remove one of the methods just to make it a bit more, balanced. On the other hand around, if I see how they're doing a great job and there's a lot coming in, I might increase it. Especially if they are getting to the point where they maybe do more than me, then I definitely have to increase this, add more methods on my side to return the favor, right? I mean, it's a give and take when you do a cross promotion, a cross integration. So you can always adjust it. Now, from the point of view when you're starting it out, when you're the one who wants to integrate with the big guy, right? You obviously want to probably over deliver rather than under deliver. So you do as many things as possible off the get go, and then if you then notice, well, they don't even return half of that, then you can always still dial it down on your end, right? If you see, hey, this big site owner there, I mean, I send them 10 new signups every day. He just sends me 1 per day. Maybe you dial it down at that point when you see that a little bit, do a little bit less for them. Or you approach them, say, hey, listen, I noticed, is there something else you could do? And then they're like, when they see it, they will dial it up. That's it. That's as simple. So if you see that in one direction, especially if it's going from small site to big site, if you see that you're doing more than the big site, then just contact them, let them know. Say, hey, do notice that. They probably just used a few methods so far, and they're like, oh, you can actually. Then maybe they weren't aware that you were driving that much new members to them, new signups to them. Now they see it, and they're like, yeah, they're aware of it. They dial up their end of the deal, and then that way, it stays balanced, right? I mean, actually, Jolo.com was one of the sites that we had built with this whole thing of cross-integration and keeping it fair for everybody in mind. But that's a different story. I mean, Jolo.com is one of the sites where we basically do it, but it's all based there on having participants do certain actions on your site, so getting them more active, and at the same time doing cross-integrations with other sites. And it's all in a balanced environment where there has to be no fear on either side that somebody will under or over deliver. Our system automatically keeps it, balanced there. But that's on a different topic. Then that's just one part of doing cross integration. You can always do still direct cross integration with people not using Jolo.com and just one-on-one contacting people and doing the whole thing. So that's that aside, right? So now all this aside, all these methods aside, and there are probably even more methods that you could use. Maybe you can think of something, where you can do a cross promotion, something that you can help, where you can help the other side to grow, and the other side can help you grow. Maybe there's something about, like an ebook that you exchange, where you promote the other site or each other, and then, or like where you allow the other site owner to pass that on for free to their members. Like that's the bonus, right? You know, that's another option there. So there's so many ways to do this that probably could talk for hours and hours on this topic here, but I don't want to bore you to death. I hope it's interesting. By the way, if you find this kind of information interesting, live or in the recording, please put a comment underneath. Let me know if this is something that you like to hear, that you that's a topic you are interested in. And then if you want to go into more details and get more information, deeper information, always just reach out to me. I'm there. I mean, if you want to, big tip, if you want to contact me and you do not have my Skype because we haven't contacted, communicated in the past, and you don't have an email address of mine. By the way, I usually keep those two things relatively guarded, because just to lower down the amount of daily mails and Skypes and stuff that I get, to be able to get stuff done, right? I mean, if you're the whole day on Skype, you don't get much done. Or if you're just reading thousands of emails all day long. But if you need to contact me and you don't have yet a way to do so, going through a help desk, even though a virtual assistant is checking into these tickets first, going through a help desk saying, listen, I have this cross-integration idea I would like to talk with Frank about, or with you about, you can say you then, doing that will actually work. Our VA is trained to then inform me of these kind of cases where I then, get in contact with that. Another thing, by the way, to get started on cross-integration, and that's something that we did recently and I wanted to share with you guys, is that we went into our Google Analytics and we checked for a certain time period who sent us, and we had goals set up in there. So like, somebody signed up for your site. So we knew, which traffic got the goal of signing up for our site, right? So we went into one site only to start with and got a list of roughly 300 people that sent us some signups, starting from just one, all the way to who knows what, during this year so far. And then we gave that list of just domain names to our VA, or you do that yourself, right? And then our VA was instructed to look at the website, see if there's contact information on there, either a contact form, an email, a Skype, or if there's nothing on there, maybe a help desk, right? If there's nothing like that on there, check out their whois information. That's who.is. You can check out who owns the site, contact information about the site owner, which with a lot of sites is there that are, I would say, that are reputable. If they have privacy enabled, I would consider actually a site as being a bit sneaky and maybe trying to avoid getting contacted because they are offering something of low or no value. My opinion, strong opinion, I know, I might get in trouble with that one. But yeah, so if they're doing a proper business, I believe, then they have their contact information in there. And yes, that might be contact information that goes through some kind of filter mechanism. So, if you send to for example, our email address that we have on our whois information, right, on our domains, that email address, if you email that email address, first, the system asks you back to confirm that you're not a robot. So you go and click, yes, I'm not a robot. You enter like some CAPTCHA code, right? Then the email goes to my VA. And then the VA decides based on the information in there, if that's something that I need to see or not. So filter mechanisms, right? So it's out there. It's possible to contact. It's not the easiest way. I admit that, right? Easier way is using the help desk in our case. That's a lot easier. And that's what I recommend to everybody. And by the way, if you don't know where my help desk is, that's over at reply, REPLY, the number 2, Frank, like my first name, FRANK.com. And if you have something specifically in regards to viral host or viral inbox, that help desk is actually handled by Colin, my business partner. And that's at reply, number 2, Colin.com, COLIN.com. That's the help desk for viral host and viral inbox. And then there's another one for Jolo, but it's on the Jolo side. I think it's support.jolo.com. that one. So, but yeah, you can always go to if you want to talk with me personally, right? If you want to have a personal question with me, go to my own help desk, obviously not to the other two. Now, that's basically it on the topic of cross-integration, as deep as I wanted to go. And I either answered everybody's question in my thing, or we have a very shy crowd today, which is okay. Naughty guys, you need to ask more questions. So anyway, so that concludes it basically on this month's Marketing Meetup. And yeah, it was great to have this topic covered. Again, let me know if it was anything of use. If you're saying like, oh, same old, we know this already, come up with something new, let me know what the new information is that you want to hear, right? Let me know. Either way, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I like to hear it in the comments here or there. Or, yeah, well, if you see this on YouTube, there. If you see this on Google Plus, comment there. If you see this on my blog now, comment there. If you see this on the IMQA actually screen, the one where we do the live presentations, there's chats also here and there. You have plenty of opportunities to contact me or to leave a feedback. And again, the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you didn't like my shirt color or something, or the dark background right now with the weird clouds that came out there, I don't know what's happening. Gonna get another storm. Let me know. And I'm glad to hear anything from you guys. Please don't let me sit here alone in my man cave office. Anyway, thanks a lot for being on here. And again, have an awesome day and see you again in December. And as usual, let me quickly look up the date because I tend to forget to do it before the call. What's this? Here, December. The first Tuesday in December is December the 2nd. The 2nd of December is going to be the next, 2nd of December is going to be the next Marketing Meetup. And maybe the last one, by the way, a little note on that one. We might make it no longer monthly after that and based on demand. See where I'm going with this? I need your feedback, guys. I need your participation. I mean, seriously, in the end, if nobody watches this and I'm talking to, or no, if very little people, let's say like that, are interested in this, I probably should use my time for something that helps you guys more, right? I mean, whatever I do, I want to use my time for something that helps you guys. If Marketing Meetup helps you, let me know. And I'll continue doing them. Thanks again for being here and have a great, great day. See you soon.
Thanks for meeting us in today's session. Share it with your friends. And join us again for the next Marketing Meetup on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
See you soon again, I hope.